So, welcome to the second instance of the Services Roadshow by Base4NFDI, where currently funded basic services pitch themselves, followed by a non-public Q&A session moderated by our team. RDMTraining4NFDI, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Melina. Hello, everyone. My name is Mareike Wurmmann, and I'd like to give you a brief overview on behalf of my team to the current status of the base service, RDMTraining4NFDI, which stands for Research Data Management Training for the NFDI. This is a new service for modular teaching and training within the NFDI. And yeah, maybe you have attended to the last roadshow, or you have watched the recording at which Rabea Müller presented the background to our project. For today's roadshow session, I'll focus on two main points. So what happened so far, and also to provide you with our recent persona and how our service is supportive for you. Before I move on, I'd like to first introduce you to the full RDMTraining4NFDI team to you. So some of them may already be familiar to you. Part of our team are Konrad Förstner, Miriam Blöm, Birte Lindstedt, Sina Bock, Justine van der Doop, Marco Obers, Rabilla Müller, and myself. And the project is supported by its service steward, Lisa Strier and Hannah Butz. So, but what is RDMTraining4NFDI about? So in the first phase, the proposed RDM training base service aims to support training efforts of the NFDI consortia by developing a modular teaching and training concept with conventional certified RDM materials and documented proven training format and methods. So one goal of RDMTraining4NFDI is to support the classification and harmonization of assisting RDM training materials from across the NFDI. And we also want to test two different training formats for delivering RDM topics effectively. There will be 1 week summer school in person and a 4-week online workshop series. And as well, we are looking for certification options and working to strengthen the network of NFDI RDM experts. As shown in the graphic, our service is targeted at data stewards and RDM professionals within the NFDI. So to be clear, our main goal is to support multipliers and not researcher directly. Now I'd like to give you a brief overview of our project journey so far. So what happened and what are the next steps? Our project with all team members started in March. With support of from Base4NFDI, we began the requirement analysis. In the first phase, our goal is to understand what the consortia actually need from the service. So we are in contact with a range of stakeholders to identify collaboration opportunities, existing gaps, ways to increase the potential, and how our service can provide the most meaningful support for the consortia. And yeah, let me be more specific at this point. We are already in contact with the 4 cooperation consortia and further stakeholders such as the Neste UAG, IOS for Skill, and the working group EduBricks within the section EduTrain, as well as some state-level initiatives and data literacy centers. And we are planning to reach out to more data literacy centers and further state-level initiatives, and as well consortia. So I just like to remind you at this point that we are on a really early stage of the project. Despite the need analysis, we started developing a persona to help define our target group more clearly. And since we believe this helps to explain the focus of our service, I'll present the first version of the persona to you on the next slide. And we are also working on a content blueprint to identify classification and formalization criteria for training materials. And here it's important to clarify, we are looking to identify criteria to operate across the existing training resources developed within the NFDI. So there are several questions we asked. So can existing materials be consistently classified? And can they be published, curated, managed in a centralized, findable way and be made easily usable? These are just some questions that shape our daily work so far. And what we are planning next, we will continue meeting with existing project and groups to contribute to this classification and formalization of RDM training materials. We have already finalized our detailed concept for the summer school. Our summer school will take place in Cologne this August, and we will conduct a detailed evaluation of this format. And we will also contribute to consolidation workshop focused on assistant RDM training materials. And finally, we aim to connect with even more stakeholders in Germany and beyond to gather inspiration, lessons learned, and input about certification options such as micro-credential or badges. As I mentioned earlier, I'd like to share the first draft of our persona with you. So I'd like to introduce you to Anna and Luis, who are potential users of our service. Anna is librarian and is in one of the consortia in the NFDI, and she delivers workshops on RDM topics such as data storage. Anna feels confident about the content, but she is unsure how to structure the workshop efficiently and how to achieve the learning objectives. And there's as well Luis. Luis is data steward in one of the consortia and provides RDM training. He is also a contact person for researcher with questions about RDM. He's uncertain about legal aspects. He would like to be trained further, but he would also like to know who to contact within the NFDI regarding questions about legal aspects. If you identify with Anna or Luis, or if you're wondering how your consortium could benefit from the service, here are some ways how RDMTraining4NFDI can support you. So now in the first phase, but also in the future. So the training formats we are currently developing are exclusively offered to the 4 cooperating consortia because they are part of the pilot phase. But all training materials will be freely accessible, and you are invited to reuse it and adapt them for your needs. If you have any question regarding didactics or methods for delivering RDM training effectively, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to share our experience and ideas. And I already mentioned, we are collaborating with a range of stakeholders to make assistant RDM training content more findable, better structural, and openly accessible and reusable. And next to that, we are also actively exploring certification options. Regarding the upcoming phases, we want to monitor important RDM trends, test a third training format, and establish a certification process tailored to the NFDI. Yeah, since we often face similar questions when we're first meeting with stakeholders about our new service, I like to address a few of them right away. So you may already be familiar with the certificate course offered by TH Cologne, ZB and FDM NRW, and you might be wondering if it's somehow relevant to our service. The answer is yes. We are planning to test and evaluate this format in the next project phase. And yeah, regarding the network, perhaps you're thinking, okay, please not another network. We have already a lot in the RDM field. I just want to make clear that we know about assisted networks and we are in contact with them. So right now we're exploring how a network of RDM professionals within the NFDI could add value. And another question, maybe you're thinking, great, finally, you can join a certified and modular training. Yes, that's absolutely right. In the long run, we are aiming for that. But now we are currently in the first phase of our project. So during this phase, we offer 2 training formats to the cooperating consortia. These trainings won't be certified yet, as well, because we are exploring certification options right away. In the next phase, we plan to establish a certification process. And yeah, we are also looking into how we can sustain the service beyond the prospectively 5 years of project funding. And yeah, finally, I'd like to highlight a few ways to stay in touch with us. You're invited to subscribe to the RDMTraining4NFDI mailing list and or follow our soon-to-be active Mastodon account. Please don't hesitate to reach out to my team or me by mail, or simply talk to us in person at the upcoming Cordi conference. And last but not least, there will be soon a survey, so take your time to take part. Your input helps us to build a better service for you. And yeah, thank you already for your attention. Before we go into the Q&A, I do have the quiz question for you. The question is, which format does RDMTraining4NFDI want to offer in this year? Summer school, autumn school, or winter school?